Hello, Taurus. Thank you for clicking on my channel and welcome to the journey home. My name is Catherine and I'm coming to you from Nova Scotia. This is your November love forecast. Following this will be your overall November tarot reading as well as astrology, with a link below in the description if you want to look at the astrology page with all the videos for the month of November. It'll be there. Let's begin. The cards were pre-shuffled to save time. Four of Swords is going to be the head of the reading that affects all these cards. Three of Swords. Eight of Pentacles. The Star card. Death. Boy, right off the bat, Taurus, this feels like you're going to stay busy at something you do very, very well, gaining knowledge, an outpouring of understanding. This, yes, can be betrayal, but it's also the beginning of healing, a transition, transformation, something ending, something is changing. Perhaps you're graduating into a master, becoming a master. Oh, let's just put that out there because that's the clarifier. This is the healing card. Dealing with a lot of truths. Inner healing. You're transforming. November. Now that's 1 month away to, we're ending the year. And as I've been saying in just about all of my readings, we're in that big ugly time. Things are happening in the world that are shocking the world. Who knows? Maybe it will have happened by now. It's not happened yet, but there is world-changing events taking place that no one will be untouched. And this could be what's happened here. There seems to be a pouring out, though, of healing and becoming a master. It could be you are playing a pivotal role or a crucial role in being an anchor. You're walking away from this old pain. You're healing. And as a master, Three of Wands, that mastery will pay off. This feels like you're reaching a new level here. In spite of what this looks like, Taurus, you're reaching a new level. That the returns on that investment of your time, your spirit, your gifts, or your physical gifts of what are going to pay off it's better than what it was before. This is at the heart of your reading, independence. So you're looking out. Could you be traveling? Could this be travel? This is the understanding that your gifts here. This is independence. So this leg of your journey you need to take alone. You're walking away from love or a betrayal. Knowledge. A higher consciousness. Reaching that higher conscious level. This is, she's the keeper of the Akashic records. She's the librarian. Blooming into this knowledge where there is nothing that can be hidden. But you seem to be spreading light here. Like, this looks pretty dark. But there's some light being spread here. Choose wisely. Choose wisely. 2 sevens here. 5 of swords. Oh yeah, 7 of wands. There's so much tumultuous shite going on coming into the end of this year with the collapse of everything. You know what your gifts are. Perhaps this is you at the moment of, okay, this is what I'm feeling now. This is you at the moment of reaching out and saying, what do I do now? Reaching out to that higher level of consciousness, saying, what do I do now? Now, this is the understanding that you are independent. You don't need a bunch of ETs coming down and saying, you know, we are your gods. Choose wisely. There's going to be people trying to fill your ear with something. This wants you to be patient. You're mastering something, and the returns are going to be much greater than you had planned. This is something you are doing on your own, Taurus. Doesn't involve anyone else. It may be for, in mind of, because Taurus is very grounded in the family sense. But this has not quite come to fruition in November. And not worth the fight. Not, you know how you can get stubborn and immovable? It's not worth it. What it is worth is that touching on this higher conscious level that is reaching out to you. This is it's literally changing you. How you think, how you feel, how you deal with things. This is my negotiation card. This is you being able to communicate in a way that is infectious. Infectious is that's a nasty word, isn't it? Especially after what we've been through in the last few years. But this is contagious. Is that even a better word? I don't know. Maybe we need to change our whole language structure in order to understand higher consciousness. But this is a way of you communicating with others that, will spread the ideas of how you go forward, how things can bloom. As you see this blooming, that's this. You're expecting this. But look behind you. Things are growing. So now I'm getting the feeling, because this is a love reading, something you are doing, something you are saying is causing another to fall in love with you. And it is because of this past hurt, betrayal, working on yourself, mastering, and this doesn't necessarily have to mean working on yourself, though I think everything has to do with working on yourself. This could also be touching on that monetary, physical, earthly, You're a really good carpenter and you've just become the master. Nobody can do it quite like you now. Nobody. And from the 8 to the 9, boy, have you mastered it. You've mastered it. You're bringing it in. This is changing everything. Is this new love? Walking away from the old way of being. Perhaps walking away from a person. But definitely of an old way of being. You're changing. That way is ending. Now, this is opportunities. You'll have an opportunity, I suppose, for someone new, for those of you who are ending a relationship. But this choosing wisely is, what is it you want to accomplish now? Now that you're going through this change and becoming this shining light of holding the holder of the library, what is it you want to add to that library now? Wealth? spiritualism, real estate. I feel like don't choose quickly. You're going through a healing here and a transition. Don't change. Don't jump too quickly into the next project. Master what you've got now. This could be that some of you want to leave a relationship, but you need to hang on a little bit longer because it's going through a transition period, this relationship. It's very close to completion. These two pentacles are lit. But rather than harvest too quickly or jumping the gun, if you wait a little longer, you have 5 more to add. So this is really telling me, Taurus, this is not a time for you to be stubborn. Perhaps what you're needing to walk away from is the situation so that you can breathe, so that you can connect with the higher self, so that you can allow asking for that help, saying, I need help here on the higher levels, and letting it come, letting it pour forth. Wish fulfillment. You betcha. If you want this relationship that you're in now, if you're having trouble in a relationship and you're wanting and wishing and hoping that it heals, you can have that. So don't choose quickly or don't jump quickly. Choose wisely. This may be a confusion for you right now, but it's weird. I know, Taurus. I just told you, don't be stubborn, Taurus, standing your ground and immovable, because we don't see you immovable here. And it may not be a good time to stand your ground. But it may be just walk away from the situation long enough for it to come to fruition, what it was meant to be. Wheel of the Year. You choose. You choose. You're being placed in a very fortunate position to gain. High Priestess, there she is again. Oh my, isn't that something? You are, ask for it, Taurus. I'm telling you, ask for it. Ask for that knowledge. Close your eyes and ask for that knowledge. This is higher Christ consciousness, ready to pour on you. And you're in a very fortunate position, even if it feels painful. Transition, birth is painful, right? Ask. Just ask. I mean, even if the message that comes back to you is just breathe. You're worried about this transition. We all are, Taurus. Certainly we all are. We all go through this. The fear that, to end, to kill off the old world, to end the old way of being. Especially when you're an earth sign, when you are so... And thank God for earth signs that keep us grounded into the preciousness of this earth. But this is needless worry. This feels like there's no sense even worrying. It's going to happen. There's nothing you can do to stop it. But this big shadow that you think you see is just a shadow. It is not reality. When it comes to like birth pangs, everyone's worried. While the baby is entering the birth canal, will it come out all right? Will it survive? I guess that's the moment you close your eyes, Taurus. That says wish fulfillment, but to me that's like prayer, like meditation, and reaching out to higher consciousness, Christ consciousness, and saying, I could use a little help here. Old cycle is ending. You're ending. That old world is going away. You're walking away from it. This is good. You can choose whatever direction you want to go in. Now, this is codependency, doing some shadow work, landing on the Three of Wands, where more is coming in than you had hoped for. Maybe this is the understanding that when we are codependent, all relationships are codependent, but they can reach a level of toxicity. So maybe this is the moment you need to turn your back on control, reach out to that spiritual realm, saying, here are my gifts, here are my, and meditation and prayer is a form of sacrifice. Here is what I have, help me. So a codependent relationship is what we have with everyone. But this is about breaking those chains that are toxic. So yes, some of you may be breaking up. Some of you may be realizing that there's something in you that's changing. Something in you that you are facing. Learning. Understanding on a higher level. Talk about courage. Just doing this. You know, Taurus, this might sound a little cheesy, but just the very act of reaching out to that higher conscious, the spirit, takes courage. So this is about taming the beast within, which makes sense now over this, being stubborn, or is it worth the fight? This is about taming the beast within. Rather than let it roar, let it shine. And knowing when to release the beast, when it needs to be released. This is what knowledge is coming to you now. The Magician, manifestation. As you ask, so shall you receive. We have that infinity symbol. And I must say too, with this Magician card, hide nothing. Because the Magician, this is a more earthly, the physical, this is the spiritual, but this is the physical connecting with the spiritual. So a magician can also be shifty. The ones that say there's nothing up my sleeve when they actually there is. It was a fixed trick. So bringing this higher level of flow coming towards you, coming down, pouring out on you, to be true, without deception, manifesting into the reality of this world. These are two beautiful cards to have, and an opportunity for you to wield that power, that strength, that courage, all because you reached out. Prayer, meditation will do you well this month. The Chariot. Now we have a black and a white horse. We're not sure which direction they're going in, but once it's decided and it starts to flow, it races towards you. So there's a little bit of confusion as to what do I do? I don't even know what to ask for. Well, maybe that's the time to clear your mind. I do not believe, Taurus, for a moment that we are in possession of our own minds, because we have been schooled, conditioned, propagandized till right out the ears. And that's wherein lies the confusion. But when you go to, and a way I clear my mind is I just question it. I say, mind, where are you? And then focus on that, clear those thoughts, clear any of those thoughts that are self, degrading or demeaning. Don't need it. That's just the BS of the controllers of the world, which are, by the way, not in control anymore. Humanity is taking back control of where we were destined to be in the first place, where we were in the first place. So patience with yourself here. Instead of saying, oh, I wish I didn't think those thoughts. Oh, I wish I didn't. Instead of blaming yourself, surely don't blame anyone else either. Just realize that I'm taking back control of my own mind now. And once that happens, and this is about being patient with yourself, making that decision. I think will entail logic and emotion. November is going to be a crucial month for you in your transition, your transformation. Is the relationship you're in, if you're in one, going to transform into something beautiful? Absolutely, yes. It's not worth even fighting what's coming. If you got a bee in your bonnet, right? If you got a bee on your bonnet, or a bee on the horse's arse, see it for what it is. We are not in control of anyone. Hell, we're not even in control of ourselves unless we look at our mind and realize, I'm taking back that power. Going back to that innocence, that purity. This is the happiest card in the deck. So this conflict was to bring you here. Now, remember what we said about this card. Negotiating, discussing. So maybe this choice is now you're giving up the control and saying, let's choose together. I hope that helped you, Taurus. My subscribers, God bless you. Please subscribe if you haven't, and give me a thumbs up if this helped you at all. And I hope it did. Bye-bye for now.